Hi, welcome to A Minute with Mike. I am Mike Glenn, Senior Pastor of Brentwood Baptist Church, and we're coming to you a few days after Christmas. So I assume that you had a great Christmas and that you are now starting to kind of get out of that fog of eating too much and having too much family around and that kind of stuff. And you're beginning to shift towards what's going to be different in the new year. All of us have a list of what's going to be different in the new year. There's something almost mythical about turning over a calendar and seeing all of those blank pages, and your life is open in front of you, and you're going to make all these New Year's resolutions, and you're going to end up in the same place next year. So what are we going to do this year to make next year a little different? Let's do some obvious things. Again, you're always looking for the secret of life and some magic formula, and most of the time, it's stuff that's right in front of you. One, drop all of the grudges. If there is some kind of anger issue, frustration, self-doubt, self-incrimination, these kind of things that you beat yourself up for all the time, now is a good time to let them go. Now, whatever you need to do so you can let it go. I've had friends who had funeral services who took something that reminded them of that failure or mistake or bad moment that happened in their life, dig a hole somewhere, say a few words over it, pray about it, and then cover it up with dirt and then leave it. Write it in your journal. Do what you have to do so you can say, I've thought about this all I need to think about it. I've dealt with it all I need to deal with it, and now I can let it go. So drop any grudges. A lot of times you can't take what the new year brings you because your hands are still full of all of last year's baggage. Second, set your priorities. Now understand, all of us are going to have 500 million things that we want to do in the new year. You don't have time. Not only that, but most of the things that you think you want to do, they're not worth doing. I'm the guy they call when something goes bad. I'm in the room when the person's not going to make it. I hear what they talk about. They don't talk about anything that they got for Christmas. They talk about relationships. So while you still have that clean calendar, prioritize those things that matter. Prioritize dates with your wife, dates with your husband. Go ahead and get those on the calendar. Prioritize time with your children. If you have a daughter, make sure you take that daughter out. If you have sons, plan a weekend or something. Give your children something to look forward to, but get the big rocks in the jar first, and then let everything else happen around it. It goes by faster than you think. This past November, I turned 65. I don't think about being 65. I don't feel 65. I don't know what 65 is supposed to feel like. But when somebody asks me how old I am and I tell them 65, and I don't know where it went. I don't know what happened. So maybe that's why I want this year to be different for you. I want you to do what is important and what matters, so that when this next year gets by, you will have treasures to hold on to for the rest of your life. Thanks for being part of our time together, and I'll see you next time.